Welcome to the fight book, guys. Jake Paul beat Mike Tyson via unanimous decision. Either he did not knock him out deliberately or he couldn't even knock him out. UFC fans, UFC fighters, and boxing legends who were watching this fight reacts to this situation, and let's check the important reactions they gave on Twitter. First of all, Jake Paul entered the ring in a low rider with a pigeon he gifted Mike Tyson. He says it's a $1 million kit. Then Mike Tyson came. The referee was 6 years older than both, and at that time Netflix server dropped. Then the fight started. Nurmagomedov says, unfortunately, there is no way Mike Tyson win this fight. MFR is old as hell. First round was won by Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson won first 2 rounds, and here
Just by attacking. Yeah, yes.
And after the third round, Mike Tyson was done. Then it was a sparring session and nothing more. Mike Coopinger says Jake Paul certainly appeared to take it easy in round 4 after he hurt Mike Tyson a few times in the previous round. Deji, who has fought Jake Paul, says, don't know about you, but watching this fight feels wrong. And in the 5th round again, Jake Paul tagged him.
Yes, you never seen.
And after this, Jake Paul make it a sparring session. He didn't hurt Mike Tyson, and I think it was deliberately he didn't hurt him. Jake Paul, Inside Fighting also says Jake Paul is showing mercy right now after the 5th round. Mike has nothing left, which is exactly why this should have never happened in the first place. Very stupid fight. Shakur Stevenson, the lightweight champion, looked like Jake got a good heart. He not gonna try. Glad he not gonna try. They don't use full stops or punctuations. I hate it. They do not gonna try. Glad he is not trying to knock my boy out. Leron Murphy also watching. Billy Quarantillo, Beast Boy, Michael Johnson. You could have at least made this fake bullshit entertaining. Chris Daukaus, former UFC fighter. Mike Tyson didn't even want to get off of his stool for the round 8. This is pathetic, Netflix. You couldn't even get your streaming situation figured out. Bad showing all rounds. Thank God that wasn't a pay-per-view. And here Dylan Dennis, F him. He, before the fight, call it that it is going to be a sparring session, and it proved to be a sparring session. And he reshared that tweet. And after the round 8, after the end of the fight, at the end of the round 8, Jake Paul basically showed respect for the legend and bowed in front of him.
Let me show you. About this. So
he didn't want to hurt Mike Tyson. Jake Paul ends the Mike Tyson fight by bowing to the legend. Yeah, so you all may not like it, but that was a good outcome. Billy Quarantillo said it wasn't the most exciting fight. Cool to see Tyson throwing punches. Terrence McKinney, I'm just happy I didn't have to see OG Mike get knocked out. Me also. Sage Steele says, absolutely loved that show of respect. To bow to Tyson by Jake Paul. Awesome. Alex Bunin says Jake Paul couldn't knock out a 58-year-old man who couldn't move. Why? I don't know what he was watching, but we all know Jake did it deliberately. He didn't knock out Mike Tyson because he didn't want to. Huge respect to Mike Tyson regardless of the result. And here is a meme shared by some naked gambler who says who shared referring to John Jones' previous quote, where John said he will only fight legends, and he is referring to that. I could see myself after this entering super fights only. Mike Tyson looked great tonight. I think that's a matchup the fans really want to see. Basically, it is a taunt. Herbert Burns, Mike Tyson fought well for his age. And here are the results. Official result 80 to 72, 79 to 73. I didn't like that at all. Arnold Allen says, can't keep tuning into this madness. Nico Oliva, Jake Paul is an embarrassment to this sport. If my grandfather was still around, he would call him out. Absolutely no shame. Love you, Mike. Most entertaining part of the whole night. And Mike Tyson, after the fight, refuses to rule out retiring from boxing and said he maybe fight Jake Paul's brother. Diana Barbita says, pay me 20 million and I will fight Jake Paul too. Tony Bellew also responds to this fight and where he blames us all. If we would not watch Jake Paul fights, he wouldn't have do this to Mike Tyson. He says, I don't like this stupid idiot kid, but I will say this. He stopped beating on Mike there and showed him some respect and dignity by letting him survive. Ryan Garcia says, no point of that fight. Gervonta Davis also blasts Jake Paul. You can read it. Shakur Stevenson, I can't believe people even bet me on this. Michael Benson shared a quote from Jake Paul. Canelo needs me. I'm not even gonna call him out. He knows he wants a payday and he knows where the money man's at. F Jake Paul. Canelo doesn't need him. 72,000 people in attendance. A win is a win. Terence Crawford says, I love Mike Tyson, but they giving him too much credit. He looked like trash to train that long and only throw 97 punches. Joe Rogan, magic isn't real. He basically is referring to his old tweet. Let me show you that. Here he said, I'm getting ready to watch. You can read that. And Conor McGregor in his deleted tweet says they are eyeing featured Colin for next opponent. Gervonta Davis tribute to Mike Tyson. And KSI reaction. Then Gervonta Davis said he is going to beat the brakes off Jake Paul. When working with TV, Jake Paul confirms that he decides not to KO Mike Tyson during their fight. Jake Paul says he gave Mike Tyson a boxing lesson in their fight. Jake Paul wants to run it with Gervonta Davis after he said he would beat the brakes off him. I would love that fight. Jake Paul is huge for Gervonta Davis, but I would love that fight. And this is the updated record of Mike Tyson after beaten by Jake Paul. Eddie Hearn on Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson, he says he didn't watch that fight after the 30 seconds. And last but not least, Francis Ngannou says, next time I see this Jake Paul guy, I'm gonna give him 2 or 3 slaps. Basically, if you don't know, Jake Paul and Francis Ngannou both are signed with PFL. So Francis Ngannou is soon gonna see Jake Paul and let's see if he slaps him or not. Did you watch that fight? Share your opinions under the comment section and I'll see you in the next video. So till then, do whatever you want.